to see the conclusion for game 1.
Here early on already, you could say that Kabuki has actually opted to go for Demon Slayer instead of the normal high and dry, the usual emblem that we see him taking.
A lot of teams, a lot of players have been experimenting with different emblems on this Fanny because that's just how weird or how dynamic the hero is. You can go with the Demon Slayer, you can go with the high and dry, you can go for the Festival of Blood as well. And I think no one has really found the right solution, so all these teams are just scrambling to try and see which exactly is the most efficient emblem.
You talked about the Petrified Gushin, and I guess it wears here. Sans on the Petrified.
Oh.
Yeah, you can see here the Cables jumps in onto his Keyboy, forcing him to use the flicker early. Whew. But no first blood just yet here in the first minute. Aura Fire, it seems like they are hungry for that first blood.
They're definitely going to have more control early on here. And honestly, we'll just see how they go for this right here. I think what ONIC lacks right now is that range. If CW gets shut down, I honestly think Aura are going to have the upper edge.
Aura definitely has a lot of pick-off potential, a lot of burst in the early game, but ONIC Esports, with the crowd control, right, they can be relatively secure. We saw that Aura Fire used a lot of resources to try and pick off Keyboy on that Ruby, but burning that flicker, he's able to actually survive. So I think that will be the story of the game. Can Aura Fire catch ONIC Esports off guard when their crowd control tools, their disengages, are not available to use?
We'll have to see here, ladies and gentlemen, again. Aura Fire high here with this Popol and Koopa. I guess it makes sense. It can stun out the Gushin, but apart from that, it's gonna have a good time actually against the Beatrix. There you go. Here, Kyrie here picking up the turtle. Oh, Sansa with that petrified goat.
Oh!
Gets taken down. The top side though, CW with a solo kill. And now ONIC Esports with a smart disengage.
That is a disaster, man. All across the map, ONIC Esports find success and they find a 1k gold lead. A solo kill coming in from CW against high on the Popol and Koopa. We have mentioned that when Kabuki gets flexed into the jungle position, High has a very limited time and experience in that gold lane, and it definitely shows. ONIC Esports, they can use this as, you know, a key to victory almost.
It's very hard now, right, for Aura Fire, because what they could have played with was that winning lane in the gold lane, the Beatrix, Popol and Koopa lane, which Popol and Koopa should have a little bit of an edge in, especially early on. Now that the Beatrix is able to get that first kill on the board, it's going to help CW with those item power spikes. So Aura need to now rotate around to that top side, which they're doing.
Keyboy here taking a chunk of damage, but no follow-up, no commitments just yet. Sans collects his Genius Wand.
Oof. The Gushin in the mid lane, that's a lot of damage, man. I had questions about it myself, but Sans has showed it's something to consider. And of course, there you go, Facehugger.
The rotation cuts off there. Facehugger without Purify, he isn't able to escape, as we are now looking. Talent's prediction by X, 4-2.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good at all right now for Aura Fire. And for me, for my prediction, because currently, Aura Fire aren't utilizing that winning lane they have in the gold side, right? They're actually playing around the jungle and around the turtle, which I really don't think Aura Fire can win. Like, in those team fights, you're up against a lot.
But Fatal Links connects onto his Keyboy here. He gets taken down instantly. We can see here's Kabuki. He wants CW. Oh my god, CW is in trouble.
Ooh.
With no spell in hand, he gets taken down. Aura Fire responds back here in the 4th minute. Oh my god, Sans! Killing spree for him as he catches Lilia. And now we can see her boost initiating onto his 2 members. No follow-up damage. ONIC Esports though, they also respond back.
Just as I mentioned, literally, they do that play, right? They play around that top side, the gold lane a bit more, and now they're already going for the turtle.
Aura is looking for the pick-offs, the burst damage, but ONIC Esports, they're able to match Aura Fire's aggression purely based on the fact that their individual players are just so adept at playing aggressively. CW able to get a 1v1 kill. Of course, Sans on that Gushin, man. With the Petrify, he is relentless. Facehugger once again, just taking a lot of aggression as Kabuki is forced to try and help out.
This is the only thing that Aura Fire is slightly ahead. The clear in the midway, but now Kabuki jumps in onto his Keyboy, not the right target. Kyrie will collect that Lethal Wonder. Emblem-wise, something significant here, Rashi.
Demon
You mean
Slayer, as
Donnie?
you mentioned, for Kabuki and Kairi.
Ooh, gone.
But I think the Mystery Shell for Sans will allow him to snowball a lot more, and that is scary, man. If he can get rolling, we've seen what Kairi can do, and I think Sans, being he used to be a jungler as well, so he definitely has that killer instinct, and Aura Fire, they do not want to underestimate that at all.
Oh, right now, Kyrie is actually going to look for that pickup. Heavy spin, Gani.
Oh, heavy spin connects, and High is the first one to fall. We can see here Kabuki. Oh, he gets him down. Oh my god. Thankfully, he still has the steel cables to escape. But High, the gold laner from Aura Fire, is taken down. You can see here, top side, Keyboy could not do anything as Kabuki picks up a kill.
Now you really understand why Kabuki went on the Demon Slayer, right? As opposed to that high and dry. He's just trying to secure his own purple buff. That's the main winning condition for Aura right now in the early stages. Because we all know, in the early game, a lot of teams up against the Fanny like to actually just prioritize that purple buff, invade early, and Sans.
Oh, Sans here. He will. Oh my god, he escapes. 5 members were on him, but no, he escapes. And now we can see here ONIC ESPORTS with the re-engage, catches Facehugger, Godiva flickers away, and Aura Fire here, they are behind at 3,000 gold.
What an escape from Sans, man, using the jungle minion to try and make an escape, but CW now gets jumped on.
Oh my god, a little overzealous there. He is taken down. Oh my god. Kabuki gets taken down, but off camera, a solo kill occurs as Sans collects his 5 kills in this match.
There's so much action all across the map. A kill in the mid lane, bottom side, a turtle take up top. They're just doing it really well now as Fluffy goes in again.
Boots is the main target here. Facehugger collects the kill, but it's all said and done. ONIC ESPORTS now, they want to invade as the jungler from Aura Fire now, who will win? I guess Kabuki will not have the purple buff. Kairi getting that objective and calmly retreats.
And now, the Fanny is actually going to be really weak.
Exactly, the stun though on towards Kairi, and it seems like Godiva high, Facehugger not enough damage yet. As jumps in towards Facehugger. He didn't have he didn't have the ultimate, and he gets taken down as Kabuki perhaps looking for compensation, but the whereabouts of ONIC ESPORTS is nowhere near here. They do not know ONIC ESPORTS establishing a very healthy lead.
It's a very chaotic game so far. Usually in this kind of chaotic game, it's Aura Fire who finds that advantage, but it's ONIC ESPORTS who are able to capitalize on every single crazy skirmish, every single pickoff as well, and even every single 1v1 happening on the map. With now a 3,000 gold lead built, they're looking fresh. The better you smell, the better you play. You guys can also feel fresh with the new Axe effect.
And speaking of looking fresh, they have fresh items in their inventory as well for ONIC ESPORTS. Skyrian helmet is completed for Kairi, so he won't be needing to go back to the base almost at all. And of course, Sans with the glowing one, that's a lot of damage. And even when it comes to those team fight situations, his daggers are going to apply that burn onto everyone on the side of Aura Fire. And with how squishy they are, that is not damage they can shrug off. Kabuki now with the Malefic Roar though, maybe he can actually go for those 1v1 plays against the tankier members like Boots right here, right now.
Also, Game 1 usually sets the tempo for the series, right? ONIC ESPORTS, the fact that they have let Kabuki pick that comfort hero of his, it's going to be a huge mental hit towards Aura Fire if they don't get a dub in this game.
Oh, Fiddlings, I think next here as heavy spin will be popped. Kabuki is the main target here. Take a look at Kabuki as he gets shut down. Sans picking up the gold like and ONIC ESPORTS, they're not done here. Facehugger flickers away, luckily. And now ONIC ESPORTS, they are going through the mid. They got it. Aura Fire retreats.
Oh my god, close. Very close there. Facehugger just a few seconds too fast with that recall. But again, ONIC ESPORTS, this is what they do best. Once they get that lead, they just grasp onto it. They suffocate their opponent slowly but surely. Choke them out. And this is just the ONIC style of game. They snowball completely from the early stage and they don't let go.
It's so high IQ as well because right now with the advantage, they make sure that Facehugger, one of the main players on Aura Fire to make those plays happen, gets shut down, and afterwards, instantly, they use the Akai pick to try and make sure that Kabuki will not have the purple buff. Despite his best efforts, it really isn't working out, and now ONIC ESPORTS, they go again.
Oh my god.
Kabuki isolated there with Ruby in your comp is just easy as that to catch a Fanny. Kabuki taken down 20 seconds here. ONIC Esports, they might take 2 base turrets here.
There's not really much Aura of Fire can play with again, right? I mean, they lost that gold lane matchup, which they should have been able to actually utilize. High is 2 levels below of a Beatrix in the 10th minute of the game. And with CW being 3-2-1 and having so much farm in his pocket, he's scaled up already. He's not in the late game, but it practically feels like a late game Beatrix already because of that damage that's coming through. He can siege down the turrets with the Renner, and he can just use that Nibiru in these team fights as ONIC are looking for that top side base turret.
See here, the Lord is accompanied by 4 members of ONIC. He'll play. Passive is done, but no commitments, no engages just yet. And you can see here, Goldiva though jumps in and boots, taking a lot of damage. But no, ONIC Esports playing this rather carefully here, taking only 1 base turret.
With the Purifier, man, Boots is just able to walk out of there, and now Sans is alone. Will he be able to get taken down?
Oh, the solo kill. Sans is just too much. The daggers picking up the kill here. Kabuki gets taken down 3 times. 9,000 gold lead in the 11th minute. Not a good shape.
It's looking desperate as well. Aura of Fire are really getting desperate, going for those crazy Hail Mary plays, and it's not working out. ONIC Esports are simply too far ahead for these cheesy engages to work for Aura of Fire, as ONIC are gonna capitalize.
Oh my god, Keyboy catches Facehugger as Sans will take the double. Boots though will find a kill as well, as now 3 members trying to defend the base. 5 members from ONIC will try to focus on the base, and CW, he wants the base and he gets it. 1-0 ONIC Esports.
GG, man. ONIC Esports, the draft was phenomenal to counter the Fanny, but again, I did not expect every single lane to win in that fashion, in that way. An absolutely dominant game by ONIC Esports, and this is the ONIC we all know from the regular season. This is the unbothered, untouched ONIC Esports.
They're just so clean with it, man. It's ridiculous. They make sure that the side lanes were doing okay, and then with that jungle pressure, with the mid pressure, that surprise Grushin pick really caught Aura off guard. Allows them to actually shut down Facehugger, and without the mid support, without help from that mid lane, Kabuki is forced